My name's Maya. I'm 20 years old, I'm a junior in college, and to make a long story short, it's time to make some changes. It's pouring rain outside, it's dark, gray, gloomy. I actually think we're supposed to be getting a snowstorm here in DC. I also only have one virtual class today, and I have no classes tomorrow, so this sounds like the perfect time to bunker down, lock myself in my apartment, even though I definitely have plans to go out in like an hour from now. Nonetheless, lock myself in this apartment and get my shit together. February just feels like a very hopeful month for me. Between February 2nd, 2022, and then there's also February 22nd, 2022. Just like the energy of this month is wild, and it would be remiss of me to spend it having no sense of anything. The last couple days, I've just been going through the motions. I don't want to say without purpose, because that's kind of dramatic, and obviously my life has purpose and I feel that, but just like not having a sense of reason or why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's time to get out of that because, as I just said, February is such a good month. There's so much good vibes going on, so I need to grab it by the neck, take advantage of all these good vibes and high energy that we're feeling, and get my life together. I love to write down any and everything, especially times like this where there's a lot going on in my head and I need to somehow remember to do all of it. So let's start with the to-do list. In terms of my environment, I need to clean, do the dishes, clean my counters, and unpack. For school/YouTube, I need to edit a video, do my math homework, send an email to one of my professors, and make some TikToks, reels, and shorts. For self-care, I need to wash my hair, fix my nails, and purchase some new makeup. And for spirituality and mental health, I need to start journaling again, and I need to meditate. I can't even lie to you, that to-do list is very intimidating. I knew there was a lot I wanted to get done, but actually seeing it all written out, it seems kind of excessive. But I need to start with something easy, especially because I need to start getting ready in the next 15 minutes. I gotta get out of my pajamas and put some regular clothes on because I'm gonna be heading out. So I think the easiest thing to start with would be to do my dishes, and I hate doing dishes. I can't stand it, but I always let it pile up like this, and I swear this is one of the biggest sources of stress for me, because when my space isn't clean, I feel like my mind isn't clean. Okay, let's do this. Let's get down to business. Cleaning complete, unpacking complete, so that's really good. The environment section of my to-do list can be completely crossed off. Just knowing that my space is clean, my dishes are done, I'm unpacked, I have a load of laundry ready to go. It just makes me feel so much better. It makes me feel so much more willing, I guess, to be doing work and to be sitting in this environment. I talked about this in my living alone video, but you can cultivate a certain energy in your space, and whenever my space is messy, cluttered, when it's not unpacked, when it's just kind of frumpy, which is how I've been feeling about it, it totally does ripple into other aspects of my life. So I'm really glad that this has been completed. Taking a pause on the day to go get some lunch with my bestie girl Delaney. We're gonna be going to the cafeteria on campus, so we call it the Caf Blackburn. We're gonna be going there, and her and I have not been there together since freshman year. And it's crazy because we literally used to go there every single day, multiple times a day. All of our meals were eaten there together. I very rarely was ever in there alone. I told them we haven't been here since freshman year together.
Yeah.
And we used to come every day.
Since 2020. The food looks better.
I bought Tupperware because I don't care. I'm taking this home. We did not pay 13 bucks for one meal.
Wow.
5 out of 5?
Close.
There's nothing like my daily dose of caffeine. But we're here, back at my little desk setup, and I think I'm gonna get to editing that video I was talking about. I'm in a weird place right now with my videos where I'm really happy with them, and there's so much coming. And I know I'm always teasing this, I'm always talking about it, all the trips I have, all the fun vlogs I'm gonna be doing, and I'm always talking about it, and I just have to wait for them to come. And I know it can be annoying to be teasing them and stuff, but My point in this is that I'm in a weird phase where I know there's so much fun coming, but I still have to get stuff out before that fun stuff comes, you know? But like all I can think about is how I'm gonna edit that and what graphics I'm gonna use and how the thumbnail is gonna look and just like the aesthetic for the vlog. So I'm trying to keep my mind very present. However, I can't stop thinking about all of the fun stuff that's coming up in the next couple months. I'm trying to figure out a schedule so that I don't have to be worrying about editing or getting videos up while I'm on these trips. I feel like if I'm working on vacation, it's not gonna be as good as when I'm just sitting here doing it. So the moral of the story is I'm in a weird spot. Part of me needs to like grind really hard and like pump out videos and just have them like sitting on my laptop. But the other part of me is like, I just wanna do things that feel natural, do things intuitively and when I feel like filming, not really like forcing myself to do things. Or just like, I don't wanna be throwing in those random like filler videos, you know, like Q&As. No offense to Q&As. I love a Q&A. I actually am gonna be doing a Q&A very soon, but I just don't like doing Q&As that feel like they're filler videos. I like doing them when it's actually like purposeful, you know? It'll be fine. It's really no big deal, but I think that's what I'm gonna do right now is get to editing the video, kind of get a head start on that, possibly finish it today. I got a good bit of editing done, so I'm gonna call today on computer work. There's still some little like miscellaneous things that I'll probably get to later, but I most likely will not be sitting at my little table and working for the rest of the day. I'm calling it quits. And the next part that I wanna focus on is self-care. So I'm gonna be washing my hair. I have yet to come up with a good schedule, and I kinda wanted to hold off doing my hair today and try to push it to Sunday, but greasy, dandruff, itchy scalp, I gotta wash my hair. I've also switched up my hair routine recently. So after I got my hair cut, probably like a month ago, the salon that I went to recommended that I use these two products. So this is pretty much an Olaplex substitute, except it's the brand DevaCurl and it's specifically made for curly hair. I know DevaCurl has that scandal of like having products that make your hair fall out, but I'm here to say I did my research. I made sure this is like the updated one. So this is after all the lawsuits and everything. I guess they changed their formula and now it's safe for use. So that's what I've been doing. I have not done a curly hair routine in so long. I just don't even do anything. Like I wash and then I put some conditioner in, gel in, call it a day. Like I literally don't do much. I'm very much looking forward to having a clean scalp and not having to like itch it all day. So this will be good. Well, it's the next day, practically the next night. It's 4:30 and I'm just now kind of getting a handle on the day. I woke up, I knew it was gonna be another gray and rainy day, but it was like so dark. It felt like it was practically nighttime still when I woke up. So that kind of just put me in like a weird mood. I think knowing that I wanted to really focus on like mental health and spirituality today and like talk about journaling and all that, I think it kind of just like, I guess I could say it was like intimidating. It was just like this feeling of like just keep putting it off, like just do other stuff. And truthfully, I'm not that mad at it because I did get a good chunk of all like the work stuff that I had to do. I pretty much did all of that this morning. I think the thing that's so daunting and what kind of like threw me off today, actually there's two things. So the first thing, I think it's that I know there possibly or there will be like drastic changes made to my life once I start meditating daily and once I start journaling daily. And I say this with such confidence because the days that I do meditate, the days that I do journal, those days are just like 10 times better and like good things come to me and it truly just feels like the universe is rigged in my favor. So I think one, that's kind of daunting, knowing the big changes that possibly could be coming once I start implementing this. The second thing is that I want to make this a routine and it's something that I want to do every single day. And I think it's daunting because I know that it's something that I'm going to have to hold myself accountable for and I'm going to have to tell myself every single morning, even if I'm not necessarily feeling like it, I'm going to have to tell myself, sit down, put that meditation music on and do it, or grab your journal and write, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to be strict with myself and make sure that I'm keeping up with it. And then after the first couple weeks of having to like remind myself to do it and do it, I think it'll be easier. And of course it'll just become a routine. But just the fact that I know I'm gonna have to work to make this something for real is also a little daunting. I'm ready for it. And I think this is the biggest change that needs to be made. I think this will really help me get into a routine. It'll really help me, as I said, like feel like I'm actually doing something every day and feeling like there's some purpose behind it all. So that's where we're at on this late Friday, dark, gloomy, cold February day. So here's my journal setup that I currently have. I'll talk about all this in a second, but I'm curious, do you think that the location of journaling kind of affects the outcome of it, or like the energy that you're giving off for it? Like whenever I go to journal, I always question, you know, do I sit where I normally sit and kind of get this corner energy, or do I make a new space, like maybe over here and journal, or should I journal at my desk in my bedroom? Like, I don't know if there's a perfect place to do it, but I always hear people say, you know, that you should make like a private section for all of your like spirituality, mental health type things. So I'm curious, if you know anything about this, please let me know. I'm gonna continue doing research and I'll give you an update, but for now, I've been doing it at my little desk / table universal item thing that I have over here. You might be curious why I have a stone with my journal and why I've kind of pinned them together and made it seem as if, you know, one can't stand alone without the other. And I've done this because when I journaled with this stone, I actually like felt something journaling. And I know this might sound like crazy woo-woo to some people, but like if you've ever had an experience where you like truly connected with the universe and like truly felt like spiritually supported, then you know what I'm talking about. So I've kept my journal on my bedside table ever since I had that cool experience, and I keep the stone on top of it. The stone I have with it is a dendritic agate. I might be pronouncing this wrong, but I got this at a crystal shop in my town where I live in New York. It's so beautiful. It has so many different like variations to it, and it's very large. If you could see, it's like almost as big as my hand. And the purpose of this stone is to bring abundance, and I did cleanse and set them with special intentions that have to do with like, you know, my more personal manifestations. And then this is the journal, and I just got it off Amazon, regular journal, literally nothing to it. And I'm not gonna show you, but I've only done 2 pages so far in it. So I don't know how I can prove that I'm gonna journal, but I think sharing my setup and talking about it and sharing the experience I had with this is motivating me to get back into it. And it's like almost a sign to like, just do it. It's really not that hard. It's not that terrible. So I'm gonna continue having this on my bedside table, and I'm just gonna make it a habit to pick it up every day when I wake up. Maybe before I go to bed, I'll do some journaling too. And just kind of playing around with different journal topics or different ideas and stuff. Similar to how I don't know how to prove it to you that I'm journaling, it's the same thing with meditation, but I figured I'm still gonna show you some of the guided meditations that I've done before that I really like, ones that I'm definitely gonna be doing again. If you don't know, I actually went to a wellness resort at this point like 2 months ago, and I had such a great experience. I made a whole video about it, and in that I kind of explained how I went to all these meditation classes and I learned all these great techniques, and it was so awesome and wonderful. And while being in those meditation classes, I actually like got a taste of what real meditation feels like, and you know, what a good meditation is, and how I should feel while doing it, and what my mind should feel like, and all these things. Like I got such a great example, and I've had a very hard time trying to like recreate that now that I've left the resort. And of course, the more that I do it, the more that I can like get myself in the right mindset. I think it'll really help me to be able to like recreate the feelings that I had there, but definitely something that I'm kind of trying to figure out. So when I'm in the mood to be doing a guided meditation, I just go on YouTube and type in meditation or guided meditation, or if there's anything specific that I'm trying to work on for that moment, I'll type that in. But I love how many variations there are on YouTube. I can't say that every single one of these is like perfect and amazing, but I can say most of them serve the purpose that you need. You are just gonna have to go through a bunch of them and figure out what you like, which is where I am too. So I'm kind of talking to myself here. If I'm not really in the mood to do a guided meditation though, I will just like meditate on my own and just use like high vibrational music, which again, I find on YouTube. And for that, I just type in like high frequency music. I find guided meditations to be more useful, but meditating on my own kind of gives me the chance to observe my thoughts and like see them as they pass through. When you have a guided meditation, obviously the purpose of it is to guide you in your meditation, so it kind of guides your thoughts and kind of pushes you in a certain direction. But when you're doing it with nothing, it's literally just your mind working, and you're getting to see what thoughts come up, what things are triggers, what makes you feel good. Like you literally are feeling all of that as it's going through your mind. So sometimes I like to do non-guided ones, but I definitely find more benefit in the guided ones. All right, we are back where we started when we began this transformation yesterday morning. It seems kind of silly to say like, oh yeah, I have a new mindset, everything's perfect now, given that I just talked about meditating and talked about journaling. And even though I got my work done and I cleaned, and like that's obviously great and good, and it really does make a difference, like everything I was saying yesterday obviously is still valid. But as far as like the whole meditation and journaling goes, and in extension to that, I would even count like reading a new book this week and going to bed earlier, waking up earlier. Like all of those things are kind of things that have to be implemented on my own time. So with all that said, I really am feeling a lot better than before. It's Friday, so I have the weekend to go and do some fun stuff, and then Monday, brand new week, fresh start. Just like always, I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. So lots of college content. I have some fun trips coming up that I've been mentioning a lot, but like I promise you they are really fun. So that is where I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.